there should be a sort of democratic entry point to it, and a sort of directness, and I used the term maturity before. I'm also looking for a sort of level of seriousness and accountability, maybe. I think there probably has to be an agility, because the cultural landscape is shifting so much. I'm guessing a cultural institution may well have to be placing itself in different ways, presenting itself in different ways. Sustainability, again, I think in terms of being responsible, I think a cultural institution should be very focused around that.
Because of COVID, people are more aware of the time and how they want to spend it. Also the value for money. So you really need to provide an experience that is worth it. So people are more picky and they expect more.
If there's one word should be linked to the cultural space, I think it's engagement. Cultivating communities through cultural space for now is probably the most effective method of interesting engagement.
For me, cultural spaces have benefit of communicating through the space themselves, sometimes more than functional architectural environments. With that freedom and the importance of the spatial experience that the visitors have comes an additional responsibility. More so than in the general approaches in architecture, sustainability should be also something that is tying into the space, into the experience, because that should become more and more part of our culture.
Cultural space need to be inclusive, need to be inviting. It is a public space. A cultural institution should not be intimidating to the public if they are not familiar with art institution.
The Patch-City, it is more about a micro-urban regeneration project. Beside this Patch-City, there was an old building. It was actually a primary school, and it is abandoned. So now the government is trying to use this building to do different cultural exhibitions. And this Patch-City is very easy to dismantle and to construct, and it's moving from here and there, trying to have a new image of the community and to gather these generations between the old one and the young one to create some kind of dialogue.
I think in a way it does seem to straddle the tone of different cultures in its language, which I thought was quite interesting. It's obviously seated in a certain set of cultures, but it doesn't seem exclusive in that way.
It truly is a space that engages the community, that is very low key, and at the same time it has a strong spatial experience, has a strong expression, but it really engages the community, low threshold, versatility.
There is something about the what appears to be a modest budget for the project, which is interesting. The effect and the idea of openness, inclusiveness in that context, this is definitely the project that mandate the most.